Hi, my name is Camila. I'm 27 years old and I was born and raised in London. So with meditation, I had heard about it and I had read about it in books and seen a lot of documentaries. But when I really started to get into it was when I did a short course on mentoring young girls, and the teacher who was teaching us, before we started each class, we would do a guided meditation led by her, and it would just help to ground the whole class. And I didn't really realize that I was meditating at first, because I had this idea on how it should be, and really there's no right or wrong. And after that, it set this happy place in my mind that I could then go back to. So that's what then made me go onto YouTube and find other guided meditations, and that was a great start for me, because initially I just felt that I couldn't do it on my own. After a while, I think probably for a couple of years, I would try and just give up straight away. I didn't think it was for me until I found guided meditations. So for me, that was a good way to start. And for anyone who's probably trying to but feels that they can't silence their mind completely, guided meditation is good because it kind of leads you on a journey and it takes you to a place in your mind so you have something to focus on rather than just trying to silence all your thoughts immediately. So I started to meditate when I found myself in a relationship that had become really toxic. We were arguing, we were going round in circles, back and forth, and I found myself always blaming him for how I was feeling. Whether it was, you're making me upset, you're making me angry, or you're making me sad about this. And I felt like I wasn't really taking responsibility for my emotions. And I felt like I had to look within and kind of reflect on why it was that I was feeling a certain way. And just asking myself, okay, why are you feeling this way? Where is it coming from? And trying to not judge myself. And just having an open conversation and really trying to understand why I'm feeling a certain way. Sometimes I lay down on the floor, or sometimes I just sit down on the floor. But what I like to do every time is clean my energy field and my aura using either sage or Palo Santo, which is what I like to use. And to me, that just gets me in the mood. It sets like the vibe. And if not, sometimes I look at a candle. I like to look at a flame and then just close my eyes and just let my thoughts come and go. I used to feel that I wasn't good at meditating because I was forcing it, and the thoughts would always come and I felt like this is just too much, I can't do this. Or I'd think about something random, like I need to wash the dishes, or did I leave my straightener plugged in, something random, and it would just completely throw me off. And now I've learned to just let the thoughts come and go. I don't need to, that's the whole point of meditation, you don't need to hold on to thoughts, they just come in and go in. It would help me to see how I'm feeling and just look at my thoughts in a non-judgmental way. And that really helped me outside of meditation. After I had been meditating for a while, whether I was in an argument or I could see that an argument was going to break out with my other half, I could take the time to slow down and think, okay, I'm feeling this way. Do I react or do I just let it pass by? I guess that's part of life. We have all these different feelings and emotions. We don't need to hold on to them and react to them or let them affect us. So there are a few things that I use to help me to meditate. I like to have a journal with me. Sometimes I write how I'm feeling before I meditate, and sometimes I write how I feel after I meditate, or I write down any specific thoughts that I think might be useful for me, that I had during my meditation, so that I can look back on it when I'm feeling anxious or upset. I can just remember the thoughts that I had. I also like to have crystals with me. That's just a personal choice. My mum bought me a crystal and I just feel like I resonate with its energy. It helps me to feel peaceful when it's around, so sometimes I have it there as well as lighting a candle, and it just sets the atmosphere. Moving forward, I'd like to create some kind of schedule for when I can meditate. I used to meditate every day, and life gets in the way sometimes, or I'm busy or too tired, and now I only meditate maybe once or twice a week. So I would like to go back to meditating every morning. It's just really important to have, I think, a routine, to create a routine with it. Mental health is just as important as your physical health, and if you don't note down each day you're going to go to the gym, for example, you won't see the changes. Similarly to, if you don't actually know when you're going to meditate, then you probably forget and you're not going to notice the change. So I would like to ensure that I'm consistent. I'm excited, to be honest, about just having meditation as a tool to help me just ground myself. It helps me to feel more in control of my emotions and of my life. I think if anybody wants to start meditating, the best way is to just not have very high expectations, as in don't think that you're going to do it and you need to do it for half an hour and it's going to be amazing, your brain is going to be silent, and then you're going to be happy for the rest of the day, because then you're going to feel like you're failing. And that's what happened to me at the start. I felt like meditation wasn't for me because I just couldn't silence my mind. And then as soon as I realized that I didn't need to set myself such high expectations, I just wanted to enjoy it and have the experience, then things started to go much better, and I just let my thoughts come and go. Maybe set yourself short goals. If for you a minute of just being silent in a room is what you want to get to, then try that first. There's no right or wrong. It's just whatever makes you feel good, or it's just trying something new. I think it's important to be brave enough to fail at something as well, because that's when you'll see results. Don't be scared and don't think that you need to get it right the first time.